Hey y'all, it's your girl Vanessa from Kittee, certified sexologist and community sexual health resource. And today is Thursday, June the 11th, and Masturbation Month is over, but guess what it is? Pride Month! So take pride in who you are, however you are, whomever you are, and live it up. Tonight, I just wanted to take a moment and talk about some of the things that I kind of been avoiding talking about with the pandemic. Thus far, I have lost 14 people that I loved, still love, to the virus, in addition to several family members even before the pandemic this year. So it's been a pretty tough year. And now, all over the country, the U.S., and actually in other countries as well, there's a plane overhead. I'm at my pool. And now we have protesting that is taking place for the deaths of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery, but we know that these protests are not just for those three. These protests are for 400 plus years of inequality and injustice, and I think that it's fitting that it's happening in Pride Month because we're just all tired of feeling like we have to prove our humanity just because we don't look like what is considered to be the status quo. The status quo is all of us, and we all have a right to a voice and to just be our authentic selves. I won't say we because I don't have any children, but parents teach their children, that they can be whoever they want and do whatever they want to do and grow up and be whatever they want to be, but they don't tell their children how difficult certain people in this world make that choice for them. Like some of us just we're told that we can do anything and be anything we want to be, but then when we step out and do that and the way that we do it doesn't fit into a cultural norm or societal norm. Actually, I don't even know what norm is. Like, my norm is not your norm. It's just, there's so many different layers to this inequality thing, and I think that most of it stems from fear. I know that when I started Pink Kittee, I had a lot of opposition from persons who I believe were not comfortable with their own sexuality, and so the fact that I speak openly and talk candidly about my desires and the things that I like and the things that I want to do, and how when I'm having sex with a partner, I don't say I'm giving this person some. I say I'm sharing myself with this person, to take away that I'm not supposed to have pleasure from it, or I'm supposed to, lie there and take it or whatever. No. If I'm sharing myself with you and you're sharing yourself with me, then this is not a situation where only one of us should feel sexual pleasure from it, and a lot of people still don't accept that. And so, while it's Pride Month, and, I know that it's geared towards the LGBTIA plus community, I just think that this is the time, to, and I'm not saying to steal pride from that group, because Stonewall and the associated protests were very important to our society. What I'm just saying is, when you accept who you are, you can be in alliance with who anyone else is. Because once you've allowed yourself to be your true self, then it shouldn't be problematic for you to allow someone else to be who they are. And that includes cultures, race, genders, creed, whatever language they speak. Once you're comfortable with yourself, then allowing someone to be free to be who they are should not be an issue. So anytime I see someone being oppressive or judgmental about, I won't say judgmental because we all judge. I mean, if we're honest with each other, we all judge to some degree. But I'm saying to the point where it causes you angst to see people living their own lives and living free and living out loud, then, I really believe that it's because that person touches something in you to make you feel that way. It's not a part of you that has not gotten free from something. I honestly believe that I am a mental health professional, but I cannot say I've done my research on that particular thing. This is just my very personal belief. And I think that this Pride Month, that's what will be my focus. Currently, Pink Kittee is running a special where for every purchase of $50 or more, you can receive $10 off your purchase using the code PRIDE, because we are taking pride in ourselves. And I just want to, again, there's just so many things taking place in my head right now, and that's why you guys didn't get a video last week. I promised a video every week, and the reason that you didn't get a video last week was because there was just so much happening that my spirit was not okay. And so I spent a lot of time just thinking on that and masturbating and pressing myself to be honest about how I'm feeling. And if you have any questions, or if if anybody feels that I'm wrong, share that with me. What I would like to do is I'm working on a course for teens for sex education, and I'd like to know, what would you as a teenager have liked to have known that you didn't know then but you know now? And I want to try to build those things into my course. I know for me it's that women are allowed to have pleasure during sex, but also not to allow anybody to take the choice of who and how and when you decide to have sex from you. That really is a personal thing, and nobody should be trying to own that from you. Still being responsible. But in Pride Month, I want to take a moment to celebrate the LGBTIA plus community, and not just because I have several members of that community in my family, but just because, again, I take pride in who I am, and I take pride in who you are, because it takes all of us to make this world as amazing as it is, to make this life as amazing as it is. It takes all of us to do that. My life would not be what it is were it not for the people that are in it. And thank you guys for subscribing and liking and watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated for keeping Pink Kittee going. I know I didn't talk specifically about sex today, but I hope that you're taking pride in who you are, and that you spend this month to get to know yourself, even if you feel like you have been spending time with yourself. But there's always something else that I find out about me, because every day I should be learning something, at least one thing, that changes my perspective or increases my knowledge of something, and that knowledge should propel me to be different, known different, and help somebody else, right? So I hope that's what you guys are doing, and I hope you can hear this video. And yeah, I'm rambling a little bit because I am tipsy, but I really, really mean everything that I'm saying. And I hope you're enjoying my view. Like, isn't my pool like totally beautiful? It's a great night here in Texas. But yeah, I just wanted to take this time to say happy Pride Month, and I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves, because we are in a very stressful time in this in the world that we live in, but these times are not desperate times. These times are times of growth and change and progress, and this is what we call growing pains that we all are enduring. So I just hope that in this time where we're experiencing growing pains, that you're not fighting against it, fighting against the growth, fighting against the changes that are so desperately needed at this time, but that you're embracing that it's going to be a little painful, but recognizing that it's very necessary. And obviously, my heart goes out to those business owners whose property was looted, who have lost product and who have to start over. But even more so, my heart goes out to these families who have lost their loved ones because of violence by the people that are supposed to serve and protect us. And my heart also goes out to those of us, those families of the people that are no longer here due to this pandemic that is still today being poorly managed by what is supposed to be our leadership. In this country and many others, our leadership is failing us. So we have to recognize and remember that we are not here to honor them. They are here to work for us. And so when they fail us, it is our duty, our job, our responsibility to hold them accountable and not sit back and wait to see what they're going to do next. We need to be instrumental in the change that they make, in the plans that they make. So use your voice. Email your senators, your congressmen, your prime minister, whoever is in leadership that is not, that is not, that is failing you. So I just wanted to take this time, like I said, to talk about that. So again, my heart goes out to those business owners that are going through a very difficult time since the protests began. And I'm praying for you guys that something is done to help you guys rebuild. I have made donations personally to several initiatives, and I think that beginning next week, I will pick a business and dedicate a portion of my profits to those particular businesses. Just at least one a week. I'll donate a portion of my profit to certain businesses. You guys, let me know what you think, or if you have some that you know for sure could use that dime. Tell your friends, and again, you're still getting 10%. Not 10%. You're getting $10 off your order of $50 or more. And just know that beginning next week, your purchase will help another small business, not just mine. So thank you again for supporting Pink Kittee. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again in 3 days for the next video. Have a good night, and make sure you hashtag get you some.